Particularly, we are, as part of our additional comments, calling upon the government to resume a practice that was instigated under the former government, where the NDIS monthly summaries are released, including the immediate release of the outstanding 2022-2023 annual financial sustainability report and the NDIS independent review in full.
The member for Hughes is seeking.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I seek leave to make a short statement in relation to the report that's been presented by the honourable member for Corangamite.
Is leave granted?
Leave is granted.
Thank you.
Member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And I thank the House for the opportunity to make a short statement as a member of the Joint Standing Committee on the NDIS that recently was part of the inquiry into the capability and capacity of the NDIA. At the outset, Deputy Speaker, this statement is in the nature of additional comments provided by the coalition members of the Joint Standing Committee, those coalition members being Deputy Chair of the committee, Senator Hughes, as well as Senator Reynolds and also myself. There are just three additional comments that I wish to bring to the House's attention today. The first recommendation that we have proposed is that the NDIA co-design and implement a sex and relationship policy to give NDIA staff and participants clear guidelines on the approach to related supports. And this recommendation, Deputy Speaker, relates to evidence that was given to the inquiry on the absence of proper supports relating to sex education, particularly for children and teenagers with disability. The failure to provide these supports, Deputy Speaker, has in the past seen many with cognitive and intellectual impairments fall foul of the criminal justice system, either as perpetrators or as a victim, due to the lack of a framework existing within the NDIS which they can understand. This has included particularly unintended consequences of teenagers who are going through puberty, for example, being excluded from sex education within schools. So this recommendation is part of our additional comments, Deputy Speaker. Recommendation 2 relates to the information, linkages and capacity building program, and we say that should be administered by the NDIA with robust links to the Department of Social Services, rather than is currently the case with the Department of Social Services having responsibility for this program. The Information Linkages and Capacity Building Program is meant to be the third plank of the NDIS, providing support to community groups to assist people with disabilities. So we say that for the effective implementation of this program, it would be more appropriate for the NDIA to administer this program and to be given the supports to do so. Lastly, Deputy Speaker, recommendation 3 relates to improving the overall transparency around the future financial sustainability of the NDIS. And I say this particularly, we are, as part of our additional comments, calling upon the government to resume a practice that was instigated under the former government, where the NDIS monthly summaries are released, including the immediate release of the outstanding 2022-2023 annual financial sustainability report and the NDIS independent review in full. Deputy Speaker, this inquiry related to the capability and capacity of the NDIA. The NDIS is a world-first and life-changing insurance scheme for people with disabilities. Financial sustainability and transparency lie at the heart of the future success of this insurance scheme. To have transparency around the monthly accounts not provided by this government is a complete breach of transparency and accountability. So, Deputy Speaker, in closing, they are the three recommendations that are presented as additional comments to this report. Thank you.
I thank the member for Hughes.